I think I should have called these balls of fury. If you aren't making fiery devil balls this weekend, yeah, that should be illegal. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to make my fiery devil's balls. Our cooking time for this recipe will be 30 minutes. Or for those of you who love to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 1 beer cook. Cheers. Studies have shown people who like my videos are very intelligent. These fiery devil balls need a nice gooey center and a nice spicy punch to the palate. So into a glass bowl, you want to add 250 grams of Philadelphia cream cheese. This stuff, along with a teaspoon of chili flakes and half a teaspoon of finely cracked black pepper. Glove up, and we're going to mix this all together. And yes, unlike your ex, it's going to stick to you. It is cream cheese after all. Now we're just going to portion this out into 10 25 gram pieces. Once all portioned out, it's time to glove up again. And you want to roll them into little balls, like that. Add a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar into a bowl, paging Dr. Schuey, and we're going to dunk the balls into the brown sugar and just roll them around. And then shove these in the freezer for 30 minutes so your balls harden up. Smack! I know, you're wondering to yourself, where's the cocaine? It's all right, it's coming. To make these fiery devil balls, we're going to need some beef. Beef mince to be precise. Now I know some of you call it ground beef, but I'm assured this doesn't come from the ground, this came from a cow. So it was off to see Mick out at Gippsland Premium Meats, and he gave me this 1 kilogram of his premium beef mince that came from a cow. The only prep needed is to pop it into a bowl and maybe remove it from the plastic bag. If you're watching this video because a friend sent it to you, I have to apologise for what's coming up. Beef mince on its own doesn't seem very fiery. So insert the chilli. I'm using 2 bird's eye chilies. They look like this. Chop up the chili into fine pieces and then add this to the mince. Along with a tablespoon of your favourite beef seasoning or rub, I'm using Heavenly Hell's Cocaine Cowboy seasoning to give this dish a smack across the face. This stuff. Now either get your hands dirty or, like me, glove up and mix this up. And then split it up into 10 balls of 100 grams each, like that. That's right, I didn't use any real cocaine in my video. I had some, but it went missing. My balls are hard. Cheese balls, that is. Now I find fingering your meat before ramming your balls in helps. Smacked! And then just encasing the cheese ball in the mince. Using some firm pressure. You don't want to see any cracks on the outside of the mince. And if you find it sticking to your hands, you can actually dampen them with a little bit of water. And that's what you should end up with. And then just pop them aside. And once these are all done, they go back in the freezer for another ½ hour while we get the barbecue ready. We need our balls hard and rigid. That way we'll stop any unwanted leakage. Did you know when cooking mincemeat, it is recommended to cook it to an internal temp of 74 degrees Celsius. That way you won't die a horrible death. Today I'm using a 57 centimeter Weber kettle, and I'm going to be pairing it up with a kettle cone because I want to be cooking indirectly with a heat of 240 degrees Celsius today. And how I'll do that is by placing the kettle cone in the middle of the charcoal rack. And then I'll 3/4 fill a chimney starter with briquettes, light them up, and once they're fully ashed over, I'll dump them into the kettle cone. Carefully put the grill back in place. Hello, Weber warranty claim? Yes, my grills all seem to be deformed. I don't know if it's the heat or what. Oh, okay, no worries, good to know. Then I'll put the lid back on, opening all the vents, and I'm going to give the grill 10 minutes to warm up. The grill will heat up due to it being exposed to heat. Science! It works in mysterious ways. The grill is ready, so we can now give it a quick squirt with some cooking oil. This just helps create a nice non-stick surface. Place the fiery devil balls around the outer part of the cooking grill, as this is where that high heat is being forced by that kettle cone. Add a chunk of your favourite smoking wood directly on the lit fuel. I'm using cherry wood. Put the lid on and let them smoke away. You can use any smoking wood that you like, if you don't trust my judgment. If you didn't know, the Weber lid vent creates a hot spot. As the cold air is sucked in through the bowl vents up and around our fuel, it is then forced back out through this lid vent. So to ensure an even cook, I recommend turning the lid a third of the way every 10 minutes during the cook. If the lid vent was centered, you wouldn't need to spin the lid and you'd avoid uneven cooked food. At the 20-minute mark, we're going to dunk those fiery devil's balls into some sauce. Into a small pot, you want to add half a cup of your favourite barbecue sauce. I'm using Stubbs original barbecue sauce for this. This stuff. Plus, you want to add 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. And I'm using good old sriracha. Surely you've seen this before. And 100 grams of unsalted butter. Then place this over a low heat until the butter melts, stirring occasionally in a clockwise fashion. Oh, just in time. That 20 minutes is up. Get it off the heat. Get the fiery devil balls off the heat and into a large bowl. Now just add the glaze that we made and we're going to toss them around in this, working quickly to get them back into the Weber. And get the lid on for the last 10 minutes of the cook. Did you know subscribing to this channel is as easy as hitting the subscribe button? It's time to get the food out. Well, look at that, we have food. We just need to get these glorious fiery devil balls off the heat now. Oh, if that doesn't make you excited, we can't be friends. Perfectly cooked and still moist. Smack! The only thing left to do is try them. Oh.